Well, if there is anyone that encapsulates the concept of the Indigenous All Stars matchup, it is Greg Inglis. And what a sight that is. CommBank Stadium, Parramatta. Footy is back, ladies and gentlemen, after 4 long months. Rugby League returning tonight to your screens here on 9. And what better way to celebrate than with the annual Harvey Norman All Stars. Tonight, we're live from Parramatta, home of the Barramatagal people, the Indigenous All Stars, the Māori All Stars, in a match that's certain to entertain, excite and inspire. And footy fans have been craving this, haven't they? As they come in droves tonight, they'll be in full voice and they will be entertained. It's been a huge week, a big build-up, as it always is ahead of the All-Stars fixture, and it is certainly a permanent fixture right now in the NRL calendar. The Indigenous All-Stars, the Māori All-Stars, and we are ready and raring to go here in Sydney's West. It's a very good evening, Peter Vasaltis.
Thank you very much, James. NRL All-Stars night, and we are in for a treat this evening. The 11th edition of the All-Stars, the 4th time it's been played in this format. The Indigenous All-Stars taking on the Māori All-Stars, and it is the Māori team about to make their way out onto CommBank Stadium. So much to look forward to. Such great NRL talent on display right across the park from both teams, as the Māori team, led out by their co-captains Joseph Tapane and Cody Nikarima, make their way onto CommBank Stadium. Billy Slater and Andrew Johns in commentary with me, and it's an exciting night, Billy, isn't it?
We're back, Salty. Footy's back. Although we've been on holidays the last 4 months, these players have been working hard through the pre-season, so I'm looking forward to this one.
The Indigenous All-Stars, led out by their captain, and he's been looking forward to this moment. The Fox, Josh Adokar, leads out the Indigenous team to the roar, Joey, of a very big crowd that's here this evening.
It's nearly full. Great atmosphere. Everyone walking into the stadium this afternoon, everyone was pumped. Can't wait for this one, Salty.
It's going to be terrific, and one of the highlights, of course, of this night is the pre-game festivities. And we will go down very shortly for the welcome to country. Both teams getting into position. What about the speed in the Indigenous team? We mentioned the captain in Josh Adokar, and don't forget the hammer. Hamaso Tabuai-Fido is in the Indigenous side. It's through the middle. The Māori All-Stars have got some real strength, with James Fisher-Harris looking to take control in the middle of the ground. Lay a platform for the magician in the halves, Channel Harris-Davida. Both teams getting ready. We will take you to the ground very soon. There was a number of things to get through before we get to kick-off, but this is always a very special time of the night. Great seeing Andrew Fafita back in Rugby League. We just saw him there in the background. We'll talk more about his comeback very shortly. The Indigenous team on the halfway line. The players are ready. Let's go to our welcome to country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Uncle Graham Davis-King.
What I'd like to say is, first of all, recognise the 50 years of the Aboriginal tent MC, and I've been involved in that for the last 25 years with Auntie Isabel Coe. So that's what I'd like to say first. I'm on the Durban Local Aboriginal Land Council on the board there, and I'm from the Nyampa and Ratri peoples. I'm Graham Davis-King. And what I'd like to say, in the local language here, and recognising the Aboriginal peoples of the Sydney Basin, particularly Western Sydney and the Blue Mountains, and the Aboriginal 10 MC in Canberra that's fighting their hard, is Wooba Wooba Minyamundi, or Wallaby Wallaby What Many, or there's lots of food, there's abundance here. Then Ungawi Kuli Birung. And Ungawi means we sit down with the law, with the fire. And Kuli, law. And Birung, Venus, to do with the Seven Sisters, our relationships together. And in terms of who we are, who are we? In terms of the emu. Wulba Wulba Minya Mundi, which is Mati Mati Weri Nes Coolamon, where the little ones are. Wanko, the young people, the striped emus. And Mayong Atu Mati, we become adults, then we ascend to the nest. And this is the nest here, the eel's nest here in Paramedical country. So from Durban Local Aboriginal Land Council, Mai Kauka Yamakara, welcome here. Ngaya Gatono, welcome here. Thank you. And congratulations for this game. Kurahanga Real and Aboriginal 10MC. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for a moment's silence as we pay our respect to members of the stolen generation. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and now please remain standing as we pay tribute to two rugby league immortals, Norm Provan and Johnny Raper, and New Zealand and Maori great Olsen Filipina, who the game sadly lost during the off-season. All three were legends of our game, and we honour them tonight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
So now we're getting ready for the haka. As part of pre-game here for the NRL All Stars, the Maori team getting ready for the haka. Well, that was special. The celebration of two wonderful cultures. And now the field will be cleared and we'll get ready for another edition of the NRL All Stars. How are you feeling after that one, Billy?
Oh, I have no words, Salty. It's a pleasure to watch, to be here at the ground and see how the crowd were just engaged in that the whole time, and now these players have got the challenge to channel that emotion and use it in the right way to start this match. But that was outstanding.
Yeah, very special. What a night it is here in Parramatta at CommBank Stadium. So much passion from both teams. Look at that. The outstanding pictures. Andrew Fafita, Kevin Proctor and Jordan Rapana. Terrific pre-game presentation from both the Indigenous and the Māori All Stars teams. As we're getting ready now to have kick-off, and it's going to be the Māori All Stars with first use of the football. There'll be plenty of passion, plenty of feeling here, Joey, in the opening exchanges after what we've just seen.
Yeah, looking forward to the big boys going at it. In particular, James Fisher-Harris and Andrew Fafita, both big alpha males. I'd imagine in camp, you could see during those war cries, Fafita was very emotional. He's a player that plays on edge, so keep an eye on the big man. There's the other big man, Fisher-Harris. He is an out-and-out warrior. You talk to players or people involved with Penrith, and they talk about Fisher-Harris. He's a special player.
Yeah, he's the Dally M front rower of the year the last 2 years, RLPA front rower of the year last year, and they just got a little bit confused, the players. They've swapped ends.
He'll be even more angry now that someone just told him you've got to go 100 metres down the other end of the field to receive the kickoff.
He'll still get off the back fence, Fisher-Harris, and ball control is always important at the early stages of the year, but the rain's coming down here at Parramatta.
Billy, did you play in an All-Stars game?
I was in the first one, but I rolled my ankle in the first training session, so I didn't get the opportunity to play in an All-Star game.
Time you run!
I think they've got it right with the Māoris and the Indigenous boys.
Well, it's two great cultures, two fantastic football teams, and a celebration of the greatest game of all. We are underway for the All-Stars game 2022. The 11th time the game's been played, 4th time in this format, and first use of the football for the Māori All Stars. See some of the game's established stars on display. A chance too for some younger players to impress as well on the big stage. And this is good defence early from the Indigenous All Stars team, as you'd expect. Both teams to come out firing. Jazz Tavunga there couldn't get past his 20. Now they do. That's a good run through the middle from Jordan Rapana. Fuimaono with a crucial tackle. Kick downfields. And it's on the bounce there for Will Kennedy. I know there's plenty of interest in the game anyway, but there certainly is if you're a Sharks fan watching this Indigenous All Stars team in action. You've got the Sharks fullback as well as the halves in Braden Trindle and Nicho Hines, forming most of the Indigenous team spine this evening. A big night for Nicho Hines, and what's a big year for him as well.
Off the ball, square! Hold it!
Andrew Fafita, good seeing him back in the game. Here's Hines with a kick into the corner. It's a very good one. In fact, that's a fantastic kick from Nicho Hines.
Billy, Nicho Hines, change of club, more responsibility at the Sharks. He'll probably be the leading playmaker. How do you think he'll handle that?
Yeah, change of club, change of position. He's played a lot of fullback in the NRL, but has played plenty of number 6 in his junior days. He's a natural football player. He wants to be involved, and you can see an early kick there on the 4th tackle. And just gets the field position for his team. But he'll love this opportunity to represent the Indigenous Australians, and he'll be looking to start his year off on a good note.
Terrific to have Rugby League back on 9, including good evening to those watching us in Melbourne tonight. In fact, all over the world, people are tuning in for this All-Stars clash. Sloppy play the ball there, but play on as Remus Smith looked to get a little bit tangled. Tapane into the Indigenous team's territory, fighting in the tackle. It's a quick play the ball. Rapana getting involved a lot early.
Yeah, we've seen that twice now. Jordan Rapana getting into dummy half and attacking that middle third of the field.
Harris DeVita with a kick, gets a tester, but no dramas at the back for the hammer. What about the speed in this on either side of the field for the Indigenous All-Stars? Hamaso Tabuai-Fidow and Josh Adokar.
Yeah, they're doing the hard work at the moment, the hammer and the fox. Hard to use your speed at this end of the field.
We missed last year, Josh Adokar relishing the week in camp once again with the Indigenous All-Stars. Let's take your sideline. Good evening, Brad Fittler.
Good evening. It's been absolutely awesome down here, the start of this event. The weather, the rain's just started to come in at the moment. It's going to, and the wind's going to support the Indigenous team slightly as well, but everyone's just getting their seats at the moment. The pulse rate's just coming back down to a nice level where we can watch a game of footy.
Oh, special. Charge out a dummy half, 9 short of halfway line. Cody Nikorima almost spotting an opening. There's a few good comeback stories as well too tonight that we'll tell you about across the evening.
Andrew, don't work.
Fisher Harris playing it. Good field position here. Harris DeVita from the Warriors. Playing it. Chance for a kick inside the Indigenous territory from Nikorima. Adokar underneath it, takes it beautifully.
Yeah, a couple of nice takes by the Indigenous wingers in the last 2 sets. The Fox with that one. Nice on the chest. Not easy to take in these conditions.
We've seen some player movement in the off-season, and we've already touched on Nico Hines going from the Storm to the Sharks, and a few players. Oh, there's a mistake.
Yep,
and it will be called a knock-on.
Andrew Fafita tries to change the angles just as he's catching the ball in these conditions. It's really tough. The ball was out in front. Just tries to come off that right foot, come back at the ruck, but really tough in these conditions to do that. Great opportunity here.
Certainly is for the Māori All-Stars after that mistake from Fafita. And the driving rain, you can see it on the screens. It's the heaviest it's been all afternoon and evening.
Wait for the call.
Big chance this for Māori. 20 metres away from the Indigenous line. It all went wrong there to scrum, losing a bit of momentum.
Stand now.
So they're back now to the 30. Looking to score the first points early here, the Māori All-Stars. They've got some really impressive game breakers in their lineup. Nikorima goes short. There's Nakora, gets an offload away. Aaron Clark can't go anywhere. They're on him pretty quickly. In fact, there's been a mistake there from Clark.
Yep.
Slight knock on. And the Indigenous All-Stars, they're rallying around each other.
Ruling is knock on.
That's a mistake. Billy, the Māori All-Stars certainly didn't need. They're right on the attack.
Yeah, it was a nice line by Nakora. But the offload to Clark, who just couldn't hold the ball. Offloads in these conditions have got to be selective. And they lose their opportunity, the Māori boys.
15 seconds.
Aaron Clark, playing hooker for the Māori team, is involved in a 3-way battle for the number 9 jersey at the Gold Coast Titans, with Aaron Booth, recruit from the Melbourne Storm, and Tanner Boyd as well. Some important trials coming up there as now for many teams Trying to come up with the best 17 for round one, which isn't all that far away. We mentioned Nico Hines changing clubs. We've got to keep remembering too, it was a mistake here.
It was good contact by Patrick Herbert.
Yeah, shoulder under the ball.
Mate, that gets message.
That's the
you're not playing
technique
it on the mark.
in these conditions. Get up under that ball, as Patrick Herbert does here, squeezes out. Freddie.
Yeah, a couple of front rows on the sideline. Tanoa Brown and Josh Kerr look like they'll be coming on for Fafita and Ryan James, two blokes who had last year had some big injuries. So it's unlimited interchange tonight. So the boys will be fresh. We should see plenty of good footy.
Josh Kerr from the Dragons. He, of course, played in an All-Stars game before he made his NRL debut.
Scored a try.
Easy there, Josh. Break.
Rapana, heavily involved early. He'll be wrapped up by Naden. Now Clark. Tapane, strong. Co-captain for the Māori All Stars. Here goes James Fisher-Harris. Thought about an offload for Kevin Proctor, but the ball was wrapped up. Clark now, 18 metres away. What can they conjure up here? Harris to Vida. Gets a pass away. They're keeping it alive well. Proctor spins out of one tackle. Can he get an offload away? He stands. Now he's eventually put on his back. Clark to dummy half. They're a couple of metres away, knocking on the door. Fisher-Harris. He'll be stopped. Good defence from the Indigenous All Stars. Clark again, the dummy half. It's on the last. Slowish play the ball. Nikarima puts in a kick. It'll be knocked on initially. Anyway, Nico Hines is there to bat it dead. It'll be a goal line dropout.
Dead off you guys as well. Can't be offside in your own in goal.
It's a good kick for the contest. And Morgan Harper, he's in a bit of strife here. On his haunches, the clock stopped.
It was a nice kick by Nikarima. Plenty of chasers coming through. They tap it back. Nico Hines is on the spot to bat it dead. It's hard to attack.
Watch Morgan Harper here. He just gets a bit of a knock there, and that's a burner. The way he twisted his neck, a bit of that whiplash. That's a worrying sign there.
He's still on the field. He's in the hands of the trainer at the moment. Fisher-Harris says, get out of my way. It's a good tackle in the end, though. Tanoa Brown got him down. Here goes Nikarima. Rapana chiming in. Gets a pass away. That is a very good tackle on Remus Smith. He'll get up and play it 10 metres away. Rapana to dummy half. He's been everywhere. Clark drifting, dummying. Harris to Vida. They're knocking on the door here, Māori, but so far it's good defence. Herbert gets up and plays it. They go down the short side.
Great tackle. Braden Trindle.
It was Braden Trindle on Kenny Bromwich. Here's a kick for the in-goal area. Didn't make the in-goal area. Kennedy's there for the Indigenous All Stars.
That was a great set by the Māori team. Even better defence by the Indigenous Australians. Now they've got to work their way out of their own end.
Stand square, wait.
10 minutes gone, no score. Full of intensity in the rain. Some great defence from both sides, including that tackle there from Tapane. Fuimeono, he's wrapped up. Proctor's in there, along with Nikora. Relish getting the ball in hand here. The Indigenous team. Potter to dummy half. Kick from Trindle this time. Rapana, they're going to let it bounce. And now, here's a pretty decent kick return, but thought for a moment there they were going to get on the outside through Ramian. Ramian making the tackle, rather. Straight up over the halfway line, the Māori All Stars in the wet. Marching downfields. Good defence there.
Albert Kelly. Just he came on the field. He's playing lock, playing in the middle of the field. I asked Laurie Daly who's impressed him during the week. He said Albert Kelly's been the man's really impressed him.
Well, he's locked in a 4 or 5 way battle for the number 6 jersey at the Broncos. That's a good take in the wet, diving across the hammer, doing very well. There's a risky pass in the conditions. Well, he's a competitor, Albert Kelly, isn't he, Joey?
Well, he made a big difference last year when he got his shot at Brisbane. He was enthusiastic. As you said, competes on all the plays. Probably thought his NRL career was gone. He was in the UK 5-6 years. Well done. Getting back at this level.
He's a big body. He loves running the football. Here he goes now.
Quick hands across the field from the Indigenous side. And running straight through is Fafita up over the halfway line. The 30 turns one inside, and that is terrific. Absolutely outstanding by Jesse Ramian, who opens the scoring. The Indigenous All-Stars going from one end of the field to the other.
Well, speaking of big bodies, you've got David Fafita on the right-hand side. He's not just a big body, he's quick, he can move, he's evasive. What a try. There's a bit going on in the in-goal here. And they're all in now. And wait till we see the replay of this. Shifting the ball out of your own end, using Albert Kelly as a first receiver. Plays out the back to Trindle, and then Nicho Hynes gets the ball to the damaging Fafita. He breaks 2, 3 tackles, and beautifully drawn pass. And Ramian, he does the rest.
It's like under 8s. Just give the ball to Fafita.
Well, trimmed down, David Fafita as well.
It's on report. It's on report.
It's trimmed down, what, 130 kilos? He's a giant.
He is a giant. So that one went on report, and here is Fafita. He's on his back receiving treatment here.
Was it a shoulder charge after he passed the ball? As we see the Harvey Norman replay, Nicho Hynes, beautiful pass, and the Fafita just busts through 3 tackles. And this is the moment he was on the report. Shoulder charge after passing the ball. He's still down, Fafita. We'll go down to JT.
Yeah, I'm with the try scorer, Jesse Ramian. How good is it playing outside David Fafita?
Oh, it's unreal, bar. I think we all seen what he could just do there. Sort of give him some early ball, and I just backed up on the inside, bar. That's all him there.
All the best for the rest of the match, brother.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Well done, JT, with the try scorer, Jesse Ramian. Well, that was good to watch. Fafita down the sideline.
I just don't know where you would hit Fafita. If you've got to tackle him front on, normally with big men like that, you try to cut him in half. But he's just so big.
Where would you go, Billy, if he beat a few? You're the one standing back there waiting.
You're asking the wrong man there. Oh, you do your best. You try and get tangled up somehow.
And there's another powerhouse, Jesse Ramian. Here's the shoulder charge. Yeah. Ooh. Well, you could see Fafita, he relaxes. Didn't see it coming. They're the ones that hurt.
Nicho Hynes has got the kicking duties. On debut for the Indigenous All Stars.
The former Storm player, now with the Sharks. Tough assignment from out wide in these conditions. Is to make it a converted try lead for the Indigenous side. Strikes it, and not coming around. 4-0 it remains.
First 10 minutes. I'm going. Hang on. 15.
10 seconds. 7, 6, 5. Thank you.
So 4-0 to the Indigenous All Stars.
Wait for the kid.
We've had 14.5 minutes of play.
Okay, time to run.
It's been a willing contest so far. It's exactly what we expected. No shortage of entertainment in the opening quarter of an hour. And plenty of feeling out there as well. We thought it was going to erupt after the try. Let's see what happens in the next few minutes. David Fafita has come from the field after that shoulder charge. Not surprising. There he is on the sideline. It is unlimited interchange. Remembering that. Extended bench and unlimited interchange as Albert Kelly plays it. Here's a kick from inside the 40. Rapana. Heart and mouth stuff there. He had it under control after the juggle. And Tanua Brown, one of those leading the chase for the Indigenous All Stars team. Another solid hit.
Great contact.
There's Will Smith.
Yeah.
He's another one, Joey, that's off to a new club, off to the Titans.
6 more, 10 metres.
Here's a set restart and an offload, and now a mistake. But they'll blow the penalty.
Josh went early. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Play broke down.
Adam G called a 6 again. The new rule that's come in this year. If it's past that 40-metre line, it's a continued repeat set.
First penalty for the game. It's when teams like to put on their set plays.
Good field position here for the Maori team. And a chance for them to hit back.
Morgan Harper is still holding that arm where he got that burner.
Holding.
Britton Nakora. He's wrapped up 20 metres away. Can they hit right back here? Conceded just a short time ago, Maori. Nikarima. Here's Royce Hunt onto the field. His first touch.
Come on now.
And he steamed onto that one. Out of dummy half they go. Here's a chance. Through Tapane. Can he get there? He's going to get the line. He's got the ball down. It looked like he was going to be stopped a metre short of the line, but his strength got him there.
Ash.
Helped, he's about 6'5".
Tackle 3.
Falls over the line. This will be a try.
We're looking at when he tries to offload, if that's hitting a defender.
Well, he did try and offload the ball, but he ended up with it again. I think, as we see Joseph Tapane and throw the ball backwards and then regains possession. Let's play on. And he does get to the line.
Joseph Tapane passes the ball backwards. It's hit back by an Indigenous defender. He regains possession. We're playing on at this stage.
And he gets there.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he gets there for
That's
sure.
a try.
Just looking to see now whether the ball touches the line.
It was Royce Hunt. The power and quickness of the play the ball, as we see the
It's
ball
down there.
touch the line. That's a
We've
try.
got Will Kennedy's hand underneath the ball, just seeing when it slides away whether the ball actually does then touch the line.
Can we get a measurement on the grass? That's a try.
So we're still having another look at it. Look for sure that he got it down.
Are we looking too much into this, Joey?
Care to comment, Andrew? That's what you're here for, Andrew. Andrew, get up off the floor.
Have you heard this before? Quote, unquote. The game isn't played in super slow motion. Can we just make a decision, please?
Okay, the hand is under the ball. When it shifts backwards, the ball does not touch the line. The tackle count is restarted. We are supporting the on-field decision.
Oh, well.
Wow.
I don't make it as a referee.
He must have some big hands, William Kennedy.
So, no try.
Hey.
Yes.
Boys.
Anyway.
Josh.
Still have ball.
Tapane,
As he
the
tried
front
to
rower,
offload it, hit your guys well, but
denied.
it's come backwards off both teams.
So we're back to tackle
Hey, we
one.
turn up, we turn up.
Tackle one, Joe, tackle
But it will be tackle one here for the Māori All Stars.
Yeah, just keep an eye on Nicarima and Chanel Harris-Tavita. When they get together, you can tell that they've trained a lot together and played a lot of football. They're very fluent in attack. The 6 and 7.
Just on screen there, Cody Nicarima. Full set of 6 here for the Māori All Stars. Royce Hunt, another strong charge. This time he got an offload away, but it's ended up in the hands here of the Indigenous team, and they're looking to set up Josh Adokar on the outside, but can't. Albert Kelly was looking for him, and he'll get a penalty here.
Play on.
They take the quick tap with a few players' backs turned, and finds 20 metres with ease, does Josh Adokar. You cannot take your eye off this game for a second.
He was looking for more than 20.
Cyril Fuemeono. 10 short of halfway. Nico Hines, they go across field. Almost an intercept. Almost. Dylan Walker.
There was a 2-man overlap out there on the right-hand side. William Kennedy thought he'd chance his arm. He throws it straight to Dylan Walker, who couldn't control the ball. They get away with one there, the Indigenous All Stars.
I think Latrell's brothers out there, Shaq. It's an amazing story. He's actually lost 55 kilos. He got up to 175, so it's an amazing story. It's like dropping a jockey. He's dropped Hugh Bowman. 55 kilos. Amazing story. Great stuff.
It is great. Outstanding. The NRL season not all that far away. It's just a taste of what we can look forward to. On the halfway line, the Indigenous All Stars. Nico Hines will play it to his skipper. And here he is, Shakai Mitchell.
He's got incredible skills, Shaq. He gets some space, show his offloads or his short passing.
Brent Naden going for a run out of dummy half. And he'll play it now. On the attack they go again here, the Indigenous All Stars, through Andrew Fafita. He's had a rest, he's come back on. Set restart here for the Indigenous team. So full set of 6. Here's Mitchell. Trying to get an offload, but Tapane's there wrapping the ball up. Will Smith goes to Nico Hines. Trindle now. This is good stuff. Kennedy, out wide they go. Ramey looking for another try, but he's going to be put into touch.
Yeah, this is another shoulder charge from Jordan Rapiner. It's on. The boys are getting a little bit heated out there. This is the second time that Jordan Rapiner has come across and refused to use his arms. And the Indigenous boys don't like this one. It's the go-to side for the Indigenous All Stars, the right-hand side. We saw David Fafita go down that right edge, and then only moments ago, Will Kennedy threw a ball into Dylan Walker, but this is the play. Beautiful, crisp hands, and Jesse Ramian comes across.
Josh, I want your whole
It's hard to make a conventional tackle there.
Billy, coming across and cover, protecting your line, how hard is it, as you said, to put your arms out?
Well, it's hard to make a conventional tackle. It's hard to go in with your left shoulder and wrap your arms because you've got another teammate involved. It's high speed. You've got a duty to defend your line, but you've also got a duty of care not to hit the opposing player in the head, which I don't think Jordan did on that occasion.
It was more of a hip, that one. He didn't lead with the shoulder. He sort of throws his hip.
Yeah. And I want, was it Fafita first or Curran?
So Jordan Rapiner, player in question here.
No, well, I'm saying one is going from the Indigenous for running in.
Referee Adam G just getting a report coming in from the bunker.
It is big contact.
No worries.
To move Ramian that far.
Josh! Josh!
So Josh Curran's about to be called out.
Bring Andrew. Bring Andrew.
And Andrew Fafita. And Josh Adokar coming across as the captain.
Wait, I already had the penalty, right? Yeah. He takes total control into his own hands, causes a flare-up.
I wasn't the first one in there.
You're going to the bin. Go.
Well, there we go, Andrew Fafita in the bin.
Listen to me, Josh.
That's not well done.
Listen to me. You are getting the penalty. We've now had a couple of push and shoves. Tell him to calm down, play footy.
He's having a bit to say as well. You'd have to think that Jordan Ruppiner could be going as well.
Jordan!
So Andrew Fafita is also on report.
He's already had one on the report, which he gets benefit of the doubt. Listen to me. It's on report in the bin.
No surprise there that we're down to 12 on 12.
We've had pretty much 20 minutes of good footy, but we're not going to have that crap on right? Let's pull them in the line.
There's a few others too that can find themselves fortunate that they're staying on the fields.
He's throwing a punch there. Mate, that's why he's got in the bin. First thing is the shoulder charge.
That was Fafita and Rapana going at it.
It's not just a pre-season game.
Thank you. What are we doing?
12 v 12.
It's over here. It's over here.
And it's going to be the Indigenous All Stars to get the penalty.
Same team kicks off.
The siren sounds for
your senior
quarter time.
We had 20 minutes of good footy. Yeah?
We're going to have a shot here from out wides. I think we need the quarter time break just so everyone can collect their thoughts and regain some sort of composure.
Don't miss the start of the second quarter, bud. 12 on 12.
Just give them the yell to stay on
There'll be a bit of space out there, and there's a lot of speed, especially in the Indigenous team.
Yeah, good point.
So attempted penalty goal from out wide, and it's Braden Trindle.
20 minutes of good footy. Let's not have that. Yeah, but you already had the penalty.
Lining this one up from out wide to make it a 6-0 lead. Nico Hines was unsuccessful converting the Jesse Ramian try earlier. And Braden Trindle had 2 points thanks to the penalty right on quarter time. Strikes it pretty well. That is a fantastic kick. At quarter time, it's the Indigenous All Stars leading by 6 points to 0. So we've got the quarter time break now, and it is 6 points to 0 in favour of the Indigenous team.
Welcome back to the NRL All Stars live here on 9. I'm with the man himself, Preston Campbell, the bloke behind the concept of this. I spoke to Dino yesterday, and he said you were quite emotional in there talking to the boys. Can you tell us how proud you are about this concept?
Oh, mate, very proud of it. More so proud of the boys and the men and the women that come into camp to represent our culture, you know. And sometimes you get caught up in it, as you know. And the first time in the history of All Stars we've had two blokes be sin bin, you know. That just tells you how passionate they are about a lot of energy.
Yeah, nice work. Well, thanks for everything, Presto. That's back to you, Salty.
Thank you, JT. And yeah, he has done great work, continues to do great work. Preston Campbell, what a terrific player he was as well.
Yeah, the man of the match of this one will be the Preston Campbell medal winner. And that man that asking the questions down there, Jonathan Thurston, he's won that twice.
Right.
Is there anything JT hasn't won?
No. Monopoly.
He's won the Golden Slipper.
Underway for the second quarter. And it's the Māori All Stars with first use of the football. After the quarter time break, Kenny Bromwich has been quiet. In his last year at Melbourne, he's one of those that's off to the Dolphins in 2023. Here's a mistake.
Great tackle again. Will Smith. Once again, shoulder under the ball. 2 big tackles from Will.
Big opportunity this for the Indigenous All Stars team.
TC square.
Good defence there from TC Rabati on Nico Hines. And there's big Shaq Mitchell. Had some good carries. He was first to pounce on the loose ball a moment ago as well. Trindle. Curran. 18 away. Just off centre. Smith goes to Trindle. Here's a kick. Can they get there and clean up? They do. Maori just getting there in time. First up, it was Harris Tavita who was there. Then the cavalry came to save the day, but it was a beautiful kick.
Yeah, he's had a good start to the match. Braden Trindle, beautiful little touch off the right foot. He had chases inside and outside. Tabio Fido was on the inside of Trindle. He's playing at fullback now.
Clock.
Keep an eye out for him this set.
On the clock. Liam, your way.
With the unlimited interchange, there's lots of chopping and changing, players changing positions. Here he is, Mitchell on the charge.
Look, you can see there how athletic he is.
Move together, Aaron.
Such a big man, moves. Incredible.
Go one, come James.
Well, we'll follow his career now with interest. Down to you, Freddie.
Yeah, it's good tactic to kick behind that left side defence of the Māoris. You got Dylan Walker on the wing. They wouldn't be too used to turning in the wet, so not a bad tactic. I'd go again.
Ryan James, 8 metres away from the line. Couple of tackles left in the set here. They did stack the short side, but Will Smith goes to the open to Trindle. Gets a pass away and the tackle 10 metres away. James Fisher-Harris getting through some more defensive work. Here's the last. Rubber kick in the goal area. Oh, thought it was going to sail over the dead ball line, but
20.
Oh, there was a touch.
there was a touch here before it hit the ground, was there?
Wait,
yes, there was, so it'll be a dropout.
It's going to get reviewed.
Just took that awkward
Shot
bounce
clock
then, really, didn't it?
Yeah, it looked like it was too heavy off the boot. This one a bit heavier off the boot of Trindle, and then pops up right at the last minute.
20.
Oh, it just hit the turf. They're going out to the 20.
Yep, had another look at it. The bunker adjudicated there. Adam G, the referee, originally ruling it would be a dropout. TC Rabati put on his back. As the rain starts to tumble down again.
Still in contact, guys.
So penalty here.
Whoa.
The Maori All Stars, and they'll like that. They've made heavy weather of it coming out of their own ends.
It had all the momentum that the opening 10 minutes of that first quarter. Couldn't get any points. Wanted to build this quarter.
Britton Nakora. He's been strong. Aaron Clark. He's back out there. Cody Nikarima goes to TC Rabati. Clark to dummy half. Now Tapane. Nikarima with a no-look pass. Well read by the Indigenous defence.
It was on out the back.
Here's a chance. Tapane, they've got a set restart. They might not need it. They won't need it. Try to Cody Nikarima, the Maori co-captain. The New Zealand Warriors half with the 4-pointer.
There's Joseph Tapane. He doubled up on his plays. He was the first receiver on the left-hand side, and he doubled up onto the right-hand side. We see here on the Harvey Norman replay. It's Fisher-Harris. Tapane was the ball receiver on this occasion. And then, like all good halves, as soon as that ball goes to the front runner, he supports Cody Nikarima as captain, scores under the post.
This is what you need off your front rowers. Harvey Norman replay. You need them to pass. Because they're so big and dig into the line, they attract defenders. You've got to trust their skills to pass to each other in space which then gets the one-on-one tackles or some offloads. Nice play by the big man. Such an advantage if your forwards, your big middles, can roll forward and find a pass.
Well, it was co-captain to co-captain. And let's go down to the try score with Cameron Smith.
Yeah, I got Cody Nicarima here. Nice try there, brother, next to the post, untouched.
Yeah, 100. No, I got touched. But yeah, it's good to get back in the game. Obviously, a little bit ill-disciplined down there in our own end goal, but I thought we stayed strong, had still no defence, and that's what's going to win us the game if we want to win this game.
Well done. Good luck for the rest of the game.
Thanks, Cody, and thanks, Cameron. Here's Patrick Herbert to bring us level. Successful from right in front. We're all locked up.
Show me run, guys.
And we're all locked up at 6-all.
Yeah, I've watched him really closely in his career, Cody Nicarima. And I think he's a player that the next 3, 4, 5 years, he can really take his game to another level. He really stood up tonight with the extra responsibility and also being captain. I just think he's got so much potential. Let's hope he's in for a big year.
Said still only 27 years of age, Cody Nicarima.
Guess he play with his brother tonight too. His younger brother?
Yeah, he's 25, he's Jaden Nicarima.
The younger brothers are generally the better players.
Well, here we go, the Māori All Stars, and it was Cody Nicarima giving a pass away to TC Rabati. They're 10 away from the line. Nicarima, he's everywhere, puts in a kick. It's going to be too deep.
That's 6 points.
Well, he didn't back himself. He was thinking grubber. As a half, you got to go with your first thoughts. You got to trust your instincts. He was thinking grubber kick and then pulled it back and went for the chip across field. You'll learn from that one. Is that Cobbo on?
Selwyn Cobbo.
Geez, big raps on this young man.
Torrell Sloan is on the right wing.
So Laurie Daly ringing the changes for the Indigenous All Stars team.
Yeah.
And what a future Selwyn Cobbo has in the game. Here goes Nico Hines. Now with the Sharks. Here's Curran. Gets away from one. Tries to get away from another. Wrapped up there by Tapane. Smith to dummy half. They're building again. Hines. Can't split them. Smith, here's the last. Kick here from Trindle. His captain's underneath it at O'Carr. It's off his back and will go into touch.
Play the ball. Middle, play the ball.
So it'll be a play the ball here for the Māori All Stars.
Billy, Selwyn Cobbo is obviously a Queenslander. What's the male are you getting?
He's actually Will Chambers' nephew.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, from Cherbourg. He's only a young man looking to develop his career.
Fullback's his best spot.
Can play fullback. He's a centre, winger. Plays a bit of fullback. I think he'll start in the centres and on the wing for the Broncos this year. And I don't know. I think you might see him at fullback later in his career as he develops his endurance game.
He looks like Latrell. Moves the same. While he holds himself.
He's got great skill.
He's got to do some defensive work now, and he does it very well too on Remus Smith. Dragged him to ground. Morgan Harper. It's good that he's been able to stay out on the field. Last tackle, 30 metres away from the line. Nicarima puts in a kick. Rapana, who's back out there, will put on a chase here, but it's going to be taken. But taken in the air. Well, inside the 10 it was.
Whittemore.
All the same, it's a penalty to the Indigenous All Stars team. Now, the premiership season is just around the corner, and so is Club Rugby League. Your kids can learn the fundamentals of league in a safe and supportive environment. They'll form real friendships, which will last a lifetime. Practice real teamwork that builds character and a sense of fairness, and real skills which build confidence and resilience. Join thousands of kids already registered and play something unreal. Join your local Club Rugby League team today at playrugbyleague.com.au. Less than 10 minutes remaining in the half.
Now we're back to 13 on 13. Andrew Fafita and Jordan Rapana back on the field.
The Indigenous side late offload, but it came just as the call of held was there, so simultaneously. Fafita now on the last. Ruben Cotter back out on the field as well. He spent some time on the sideline. Kick there from Nico Hines. Rapana. Oh, it's off the head. That's a Falcon, and it's going to be 6 more here. He couldn't get a play at it.
Inside the 10.
Yeah, inside the 10 to call. It was originally going to be play on.
Inside 10.
Oh, flush.
Must have lost it in the lights. In the rain. It was under plenty of pressure as well.
Does it affect your catching at fullback when it's raining?
Yeah, it can. Yeah, if it's heavy, you look up into the rain.
You just love seeing fullbacks quivering in any conditions, Joey.
It's the floaters and the spirals. They're the ones.
So the Māori All Stars with good field position here.
Weremu Greg. Last year he was one of the best players on the field.
Here's a run from Walker. Almost split them there to Dylan Walker. Clark, they go back down the short side here through Nakora. That's a good one-on-one tackle. It was Selwyn Cobbo who made that tackle. Walker again. Harris to Vida. Rapana. It's a pass to Bromwich. And he gets a late offload away. That's brilliant stuff. Herbert to Smith, and Remus Smith is in for the Māori team as they take the lead for the first time tonight. What about the skill in the wet there from the Māori side?
Well, it's good ball movement from the right-hand side all the way over to the left, and then the play looked like it was going to get shut down with Ken Bromwich. And he comes up with a beautiful offload. Harvey Norman replay. Dylan Walker just drifts across field, gets it to Chanel Harris to Vida, and then a nice little hole run from Bromwich, and then around the corner to Herbert, who passes it on to Isan Masters.
Yeah, Isan Masters out there in jersey number 14. Saw the 4, didn't see the 1, so well done to Isan Masters with the try.
Yeah, Kenny Bromwich, great pass around the corner. Isan Masters goes in. Pick up a knock, does he, with the jaw? Yeah, great try. Great skill in these conditions to move the ball laterally from sideline to sideline. That's a good job here, Dylan Walker. They skin him on the edge. Cameron Smith.
Hey, son. Great try in the corner in these conditions. How'd you find that?
Yeah, it was good. I just got on. I just went to the wing, and as you can see, I just put the foot up.
And how are you finding it out here tonight?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Good atmosphere. It's good for both teams to be out here and playing. So I'm just grateful to be out here and yeah, just get the time in the corner.
Good man. Good luck for the rest of the game.
He'd just come on the fields, as he mentioned. Isan Masters with the try.
In these conditions, to move that ball laterally from sideline to sideline fairly quickly. Showed great skill.
And to pass that offload around the corner, under pressure.
Patrick Herbert from out wide. Tough kick in the rain. Struck it well, but waved away. 10-6 in favour of Maori. Just under 6 minutes remaining in the first half. And it's the Maori side with a 4-point lead, thanks to that Isan Masters try.
Andrew, stand here and hold. Hold!
Got to give the attack a fair bit of credit for both teams, given how much chopping and changing and quite a number of players not used to playing with each other. That was good ball movement in the lead up to the 4-pointer there from the Maori All Stars. Now we're getting an offload, and it's Rapana fighting with defenders.
Together now, Jesse.
5 minutes left in this first half. Jazz Tavanga. He gets an offload away. There's a bit of room to move here now too for Walker. Last tackle, good set of 6 after scoring points. Dylan Walker playing it. Here's Harris Tavita with the kick. There's no problem at the back there. Probably wanted a bit more height on that one.
Yeah, he's a bright young player. Tyrell Sloan only played 5 NRL games. He scored 6 tries for the Dragons. He'll be looking to have a big year down there at Wollongong.
Did some work with him a couple of months ago in the New South Wales pathways. And you see those players with so much balance and speed, very similar to Tabuai Fido, the hammer. He just glides. I think Brad Fittler probably knows more about Tyrell. He's a player of the future.
Yeah, he come through playing with Jaden Sullivan. First time I've watched him play was in a final of the SG Ball against Josh Schuster, who played for Manly, and I'm pretty sure it was Tyrone Sloan that scored the try to win the game. Very exciting players.
Well, the game's blessed with some great young talent. We're seeing some of it on display tonight. Here he is, Tyrell Sloan.
He's a 10-year first-grade player, NRL player. The tools he's got, the way he moved and the skills. I mean, a couple of years when he grows into that body, he'll be some player.
Stand now, ball still up.
And they're getting some offloads now, the Maori side. They're starting to build. Final 3 minutes of the first half. Remus Smith. He's wrapped up. 9 metres into Indigenous territory. Tavanga thought about a pass, but he got another offload away. This time to Dylan Walker.
Well, the offloads are really worrying the Indigenous team. Last couple of sets, been several offloads, really troubling the Indigenous team.
We're looking to end the first half of the flurry here, the Maori side, but it is the last. There's a crossfield kick. At OK, he's put it down. And Morgan Harper's got it with a fresh set of 6 here for the Maori side. They've got enough time. Nakora to dummy half. Tavanga goes here to Wiramu Greg. And Greg will play it. Jaden Nikarima's out on the field in jersey number 19. Goes to Harris Tavita, Bromwich, Patrick Herbert, Trindle, one of the defenders, along with Jesse Ramian. No offload this time from Jazz Tavanga. Couple of tackles left in the set. Here they go, out wide. Oh, the pass behind Morgan Harper.
It was touched, Salty.
And it was touched.
Have a look at this pass from dummy half. That's what a great dummy half pass can do to a first receiver. It gets Chanel Harris past 2 or 3 defenders. Look at that, gets him straight to the edge, which then puts pressure on the outside defenders. Because that ball went so quickly across defenders, it enabled Chanel Harris to get at the edge, which created all sorts of problems. That was a beautiful pass.
Jade Nicarima, dummy half. Tavanga finds Proctor, and he's only a couple of metres away. Nicarima, Tavanga. Here's Walker. And he's going to be tackled 9 away. 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Nakora, Britton Nakora. He's going to be stopped and then driven back. Got within a metre of the line. Rapana. Now, Harris Tavita goes to Jade Nicarima, tries to put on a step. He'll regret that because he got smashed.
Albert Kelly.
Tavanga goes to dummy half. Wittamu Greg. Good tackle. Ruben Cotter down low, doing very well. Here's the last tackle. Harris Tavita goes short to Nakora. Can he get an offload away? He'll be wrapped up. A knock on, and that will be the last play of the half. So the Indigenous side doing very well to hold on there in the end. And at half time, an entertaining half of football. It has been the Maori side going to the sheds, leading by 4. Maori 10, leading the Indigenous side 6.
Welcome back to CommBank Stadium in Parramatta. Indigenous All Stars, Maori All Stars. Thanks to Harvey Norman here on 9 Footy is back on our screens, and aren't we loving it? 4 points the difference as we return for the 3rd and 4th quarters here in Parramatta tonight. And if those first 2 quarters are anything to go by, could get pretty fiery between these 2 teams as well. Let's hand it back now to Peter Vaselis.
Thank you, Brace. You know, I think you're right there. It could get fiery, but one thing we do know, it's definitely going to be entertaining. It's the Indigenous All-Stars team out on the fields. They're trailing by 4. This has been a great exhibition so far in the wet.
Who's impressed you, Billy?
I've been impressed with Dylan Walker since he's come into the middle of the field, playing his natural role that he does for Manly. Albert Kelly's been one for the Indigenous side. He could make a career at lock forward the way that position's evolved over the last few years. It's been a good game, bit of everything, bit of heat, some skill. The rain's still pouring down here at Parramatta.
Yeah, mate.
So all just about in readiness for
Cheers, mate.
the 3rd quarter. 4 20-minute quarters. So the second half underway in just a moment. We just need a kicking tee here for Jordan Rapana. Shot there of Josh Curran. And strong defensively through the first half stints that he had. So Jordan Rapana has the ball placed, and we are just about ready for the 3rd quarter. What will transpire over the course of the next 40 minutes? It's a wobbly old kick-off, but the hammer got it. First use of the football for the second half for the Indigenous All Stars team. As we said at the start of the night, a great exhibition of not only rugby league, but a celebration of 2 very proud cultures. It's a special night on the rugby league calendar. It is NRL All Stars night. Indigenous All Stars successful in the women's match earlier on this evening. Andrew Fafita playing it. Placed under a heap of pressure there was Trindle. Got a decent kick away. It's been allowed to bounce. Look out. The Indigenous side has it. It's ricocheting everywhere, and eventually the Maori side clean up. It was like a pinball.
It was like a helicopter, that kick. Patrick Herbert goes down the right-hand side.
Well, they did well there not to knock the ball on. It was all ricocheting backwards for the Maori side. And the Indigenous side aiming up strongly in defence here. They're just getting outside the 20. Here's Tapane on the last. The kick will have to come from Cody Nikarima, and it's a good one from his own 30. That's an outstanding kick. At Okar now, and a good chase. That was a good kick coming out of trouble there from Cody Nikarima. He's enjoying the responsibility of being the co-captain. Not all that far away until the start of the NRL season. March 10, in fact. Thursday night, March 10. The Panthers up against the Seagulls will kick things off. The other game you will see in round one, Broncos and Rabbitohs. Adam Reynolds against his former club, and Eels and Titans on the Sunday afternoon right here at CommBank Stadium. Bring it on. Nico Hines with a kick. Here come the chasers. It's a terrific take.
Rima Smith. He's tackled in the air.
No, Aaron!
And here they come again.
No!
There's Rima Smith. He could play for the Indigenous team too. His father's Tyron Smith. Really good player. And then his mum is a Mundine.
Yeah.
I think it's Anthony's sister.
Yep. He's had a great 12 months down there in Melbourne, Remus. Cobbo just didn't let him hit the ground before he made the tackle.
I have no doubt that if Brad Fittler didn't pick Tom Trebojevic in the centres at New South Wales, I think this man would be there. He's very close to being selected.
Here's Brenton Nakora playing it. The Maori side leading by 4. Tapane with an offload as well to Aaron Clark. And here goes James Fisher-Harris getting a pass away to Rapana. Leading by 4 and trying to extend that advantage in the wet. Points will be at a premium if the rain stays this heavy. 2 tackles left in the set. Clark at dummy half. Nikarima into the line he goes. Had him backpedaling, but eventually the tackle was made by Ruben Cotter. Harris to Vida. Long pass. Tapane kicks it, almost regathers. And it's a knock-on from the Maori side, so it'll be a changeover. Could have gone anywhere.
Dave, wait! Go.
Just hanging on here, the Indigenous team.
Come on, Joe!
Oh. Penalty straight away.
Marker's not square.
Selwyn Cobbo
Marker's
comes
not
into
square.
the middle of the field. Just dives in behind the ruck. Aaron Clark. Was it a shoulder charge? Cobbo, oh, it was a high tackle.
Where'd you say he's from, Billy?
Cherbourg.
How far is that from Brisbane?
That's a few hours from Brisbane.
Nice little drive too next time you're up in Brisbane, out to Cherbourg, and not far from Steve Renoff territory. No doubt he'll be enjoying the coverage tonight. the great Indigenous players, the Pearl, Nicho Hines. That's great hands. Out wide it goes. Jesse Ramey, and he's been dangerous every time he's got the ball. Throws that one out the back. It'll be play on if the Indigenous All Stars can get it. And it's been a knock on here from the Maori side.
You can go through the captain.
The Māori boys
Challenge?
are challenging. One of their players was tackled without the football. I think we'll find it's Dylan Walker.
Got a captain's challenge by the Maori team. On-field decision, knock on by the Maori team.
Just watch Will Kennedy. Might have been Jazz Stavanga. It was before that, just before that. You see Dylan Walker on the ground. He gets taken without the football.
Just looking to see whether the Maori side knocked the ball on.
We might be here a while if they're going to look for the knock on and the interference.
Does everyone miss it when we go over the top here? Let's have a look. Oh, no.
Chanel Harris and Jazz Tavaga both missed the ball with their hand. It's play on at this stage.
Well, the protest was before this. When they were jostling for positions.
Then he scoops the ball up to himself and has possession of the ball. The challenge is successful.
So they'll get the ball back anyway.
Jazz, you're playing the ball. Tackle 0. Challenge successful.
Challenge successful. There it is.
Yep.
You've heard the explanation.
Play the ball
That's a big
Jazz,
turning
tackle
point.
0. Just in. Come on, mate.
Could have made a cup of tea then. Could have just waltzed out, somersaulted out, cartwheeled out. Nice cup of tea.
You don't blame.
Else.
You can't blame Adam G for.
I'm not blaming. I'm just saying
what he did. The call. No, I'm just saying the call that he made. He could have sworn that the Maori side had touched it, but they certainly didn't. Cup of tea, hey?
Yes.
Goodness, wet weather. It could have been a lot longer with that one too, by the way. The ball comes free. The Indigenous side has it. Selwyn Cobbo.
Now there was a hit here by Remus Smith on Naden. And I think Naden was the one that hit Remus Smith when he caught the ball a few minutes ago.
Tackle 0, Selwyn.
And there's words being exchanged. Watch after he passes the ball. Remus goes whack.
Tackle 0. We stopped it for Will. We're going to tackle 0, guys. It was HIA.
It's a brute. Oh, this run. Britton Nakora.
He's put his body on the line tonight, Will Smith.
He's come from the field for the HIA. And Ruben Cotter is out there, and here's a penalty for the Indigenous side, and a much-needed one for them.
Rubbish.
She read a quote from Will Smith during the week. He said, I know a lot of other Indigenous players would say the same thing. For me, it's the biggest game of the year, my family, my culture, my people, and the next generation. And you can see the way he's played, really put his body on the line.
So one of the great things we love about this game is the celebration of both cultures. Here's a set restart.
I saw Nicho Hines downstairs. He said it's been the best week of his life.
There you go.
Huge.
Right on cue. Here is Nicho Hines. And we focus on the players, but their families, those who supported all the players throughout their lives. It's a great night for them as well. No doubt watching far and wide. Here's Josh Curran. 15 away, a try will draw level here. Converted try will see the Indigenous side go in front. Nicho Hines kicks for the in-goal area. It's not a bad one. Aaron Clark's there, bats it dead for the Maori side.
Yeah, great vision by Nicho Hines. Saw that Jordan Rapiner was up in the defensive line. There was no one at home, so just Dabs the kick over the top. Brent Naden was the chaser. They'll get a repeat set.
Nice variation of the kick. Normally in that position, a lot of the kick is grubber, but nowadays players put their feet out and trap. It's very hard to get that ball through. Nice touch, just dinked it over the top. Building pressure nicely, Indigenous boys.
Just feel the momentum shifts. So big opportunity this for the Indigenous All Stars. Tanua Brown, 20 metres away. Quick play the ball as well. Nicho Hines, out wide they go to Kennedy. Good shot put on by Patrick Herbert there on Kennedy. The Maori defence has been outstanding. Willard crack. Hines goes to Curran. Good tackle again. Down low, Kenny Bromwich. Here's the last. They're going from dummy half on the last and putting it down, and Rapana will clean up here for the Maori All Stars.
Changeover, last tackle.
And it'll come back out for a changeover.
Fisher Harris, big tackle. He's been enormous tonight, the big front rower. Pre-line passing and attack. He's offloaded well, gone forward, and that time saw the threat. Big tackle.
Okay, play the ball, we're holding. Kev, on the line. Bring it back. Kevin, on the line, play the ball. Don't fall.
Halfway through the third quarter. Clark to dummy half. 10-6. To Maori. There's an offload. And was it knocked on? It was.
Well, they'll get another chance here, the Indigenous team.
Where do the points come from, Bill?
Well, just watching Nicho Hines closely, he's the organiser. And what he says, that's where the ball's going. I think Sharks fans and Craig Fitzgibbon, I think they'll like what they're seeing by their number 6 here tonight. So keep an eye on Nicho this set.
Just with this rain getting heavy, it's really hard to play around teams. I'd like to see him attack more out of dummy half. Ruben Cotter, really sharp out of there. It's a quick play the ball. He zips out, a few angles behind the ruck.
Don't forget, in the NRLW season getting underway February 27, we've got a triple header. Dragons v Titans, Roosters taking on the Broncos, and the Knights up against the Eels. All those games on February 27, live and free on 9 for the NRLW season. Nicho Hines wrapped up there. A number of Maori defenders, including Kevin Proctor. They've been camped down here the last few minutes. David Fafita. He's been able to come back out onto the fields. After copping that one in the shoulder earlier. Here's Tanua Brown now. A metre away from the line. Cotter goes to dummy half. They come back to the right. No, he scoots back out to the left, looking for an opening. It's not coming. Wasted tackle in the end. 2 left in the set here for the Indigenous All Stars. Albert Kelly going to dummy half. They go to the left. Nicho Hines kicking on the 4th tackle. It's a very good kick. Is it going to be a try here to Josh Curran? If he got the ball down, we'll be all locked up. He's been knocked out in the process. Let's have a listen.
Ash, no try. Also look at grounding and contact here, mate.
So that was surrender, yeah? You call surrender?
This way.
It was a nice little kick. Well weighted, come off the
Indigenous kick chase is onside.
You see Curran, he gets to the ball first. Well, he's knocked the ball on and copped the hip of
Contact with
Rapana.
Jordan Rapana is incidental. He's contesting the ball.
Well, you can see why he stayed down. He just gets the...
Josh Curran touches the ball and fails to regain it before it touches the ground. We have a decision.
Okay, 20-metre restart.
No try.
It was just incidental contact. They're all contesting the ball.
Third time, sir.
They reviewed it.
Yeah, just that's short.
And Josh Curran continuing to receive attention.
That was big contact. It was a nice little touch here by Nico Hines. And Curran gets to the ball first, but can't ground it. Oh, it's big contact.
Joe, you mentioned before about the grubber kicks and how you've almost got to thread the needle. There was a great example of it there. It was a good kick there by Nico Hines. He got it through into the goal area, beautifully weighted. And it's good that this man, Josh Curran, is now sitting up. So don't forget, March 10, round 1 of the NRL. It is going to be back. We cannot wait for it. It all happens Thursday night, the 10th of March. The Panthers up against Manly at Bluebet Stadium. Then on the Friday night, it's South up against the Brisbane Broncos at Suncorp Stadium. And on Sunday, we'll be right here at CommBank Stadium. The Eels against the Titans. All live and free on your home of rugby league, your home of the NRL, Channel 9. So he'll come from the fields, Josh Curran. And we're ready now
On his foot.
for a 7-tackle set here for the Maori side.
Andrew Jermaine, square. Hold.
7 minutes left in the half. Now, is that forward or a few people calling for it?
Only by a metre.
Play it. Go one. It's up right tackle.
It's up an 8. He's been strong, the co-captain.
He's been excellent.
As has this man, James Fisher-Harris. Good back-to-back charges through the middle there. Nikarima now gets a pass out wide. Oh, there was an offload. Rapana with the flick pass as well. And they're going to put it down. Still trying everything in the wet. Selwyn Cobbo cleans up here for the Indigenous team. A few of the Indigenous players complaining about it. A bit going on late in that tackle. Play on, says the referee. Line speed here from the defence of the Maori All Stars. Here's a little kick over the top from Kennedy. Can he get the bounce? It's underneath him. I don't think he realised it was there. He's knocked it on. There's been a knock on.
Yeah, great effort here from the number 13, Jazz Tavanga.
Yes or no? Yeah.
He sees the threat, and look where he sprints from. He gets from the other side of the ruck just to put pressure.
Coming up, tackle
Pressure
three
on Will Kennedy, picking the ball up.
Knock on from Indigenous on the ground. They're challenging.
Yeah, Will Kennedy's claiming that it come off his hip. He didn't knock the ball on.
Well, just rolled up underneath it, underneath him, didn't it, Billy? The ball. I don't think he realised it was there straight away.
No players touched it with the hand at the moment. Let's play on at this stage. Still no hand by either player.
Where's it come off there?
Well, that's off his hip and off his belly.
It's off the body of Will Kennedy. It's play on at this stage.
They still play on.
And Jazz Tavaga gains possession of the ball, and the tackle is complete by Will Kennedy. The challenge is successful.
But you don't get the ball.
No.
They're the efforts which no one sees from Jazz Tavanga, but his coach sees it and his teammates see it. They're the efforts that win
Jazz will play
tight
the ball.
games.
Tackle one, they keep their challenge. Yeah, here.
That was a great effort.
Wait.
Well, he's had a magnificent game. We spoke about him earlier. He's had a couple of offloads, some good defensive efforts.
Well,
And
he's topped the tackle count. He's got 30 tackles, topped the tackle count. for his team. And then comes up with an effort like that.
Move together! Hold! Hold!
Here is the dummy half now, Jazz Tavanga. Goes to Royce Hunt. He was strong coming off the bench in the first half. Nikarima, that's good hands. That's even better hands from Dylan Walker. Did well down low in these conditions. That's a great take. Kenny Bromwich, they go down the short side. Masters, the pass inside goes to no one, but they're going to get a penalty here.
I believe there's other defenders.
It was a smart little play. Kenny Bromwich just went down a short side with his son Masters.
Excuse me, Dave.
As Masters passed the ball back on the inside, I think it was Jesse Ramian. Just took Bromwich out of play.
They're appealing for a professional foul.
You just see there, Jesse Ramian grabbed the shorts of Bromwich before he got the ball. Or the jersey. He's a smart back rower, Bromwich.
Oh, yes.
He's 10 minutes in the bin here.
Yeah, there we go. So it's Jesse Ramian. 10 minutes in the bin.
Just wait.
So we're going to chase the game now with one less player.
Time on.
We've got defending to do, the Indigenous team. 4.5 minutes left until three-quarter time.
Yeah, they got to go to the middle and then come back at this left-hand side where Jesse Ramian was. You have players playing out of position defensively.
Autapua got the ball away. And now they're 5 metres away through Fisher Harris. Playing the ball. Jazz Tavanga. He's only a few metres away from the line. Tapane now. He'll reach over and score. He does! He was denied in the first half. And now Joseph Tapane with a try that will put the Māori team further in front.
Yeah, well, when you're one short, you can worry about the outside. Harvey Norman replay. And Joseph Tapane, the co-captain of the New Zealand Māoris, just barges over and puts them further in front.
Back to Cameron. Cameron on field.
Down to you, Cameron.
Well, that was a great captain's try by Joseph. Joseph, beating 3 defenders there. How'd you go?
Yeah, I was gassed for a bit. It's first game of the season and glad to go over, break that little rust.
Important to finish this quarter off strongly now.
Yeah, 100 got 2 minutes left. Just roll down, kick in the corner, D1 up, and then we'll just have rest.
Right, good luck.
Ciao, brother.
Thanks, Cameron. Thanks to Joseph Tapane. And here is Cody Nikarima looking to add the extras. Make it a 10-point lead. Moves in. Right boot strikes and it's there.
Wait, mate, we've got to wait for the clock. Yeah, mate, sweet. Got it, time you run!
Short kickoff. Will it go 10? Well, it has. Everyone stopped. Players have given up on it, but it can, of course, bounce 10 metres. And Andrew Fafita was right place, right time. Can the Indigenous side hit back? They're down a man. Through the hands it goes, and that's gone forward.
Nice work from the winger there, Patrick Herbert. He sees the threat. Watch the top of your screen. He'll see the threat and he'll rush in and put pressure. Sees their short, comes flying in on Cobber and forces the error. Great defensive read there. Billy, what's the message you'll be giving the Indigenous team three-quarter time?
Well, they've got to play football. They're down by 10 points. And they need to earn it. They need to earn that right to play football and kick early. Just build a bit of fatigue in the opposition. And when you get your chance to put your plays on, make sure your timing's right and your execution's there.
I'm just hoping at Origin time you're going to give those half-time speeches when you're behind. That's all I'm hoping for.
Hold for it. Hold for it. Let's go.
He's put the microphone down.
No laughing. Come on, Bill, it's a joke.
He wants to be laughing at it in July.
Danny Mark, Dave! Wait.
Jaden Nikarima to dummy half. He's with the Melbourne Storm. Jaden Nikarima, he's about to get the ball again down the short side. Quick hands. Masters for the corner, inside pass, and they're going to be able to get the ball here, the Indigenous team, but there was a knock on in the lead up. It's good vision down the short side.
Speed.
Great play.
Gets over the advantage line with speed. Gets away from the marker, which so much pressure on the outside defenders, and then fortunately the ball goes behind.
Isn't he like his brother?
Quick. Those short sides, when you get over the advantage line, hard to handle.
So it is three-quarter time. The Māori side leading the Indigenous side 16 points to 6. A 10-point lead.
Focus on the talk around the ball. Let's fucking wrap up that ball. If they get it out, you move. Move, move, move. Yep. All good. Cody, anything?
Ready for the final quarter. Indigenous All Stars with first use of the football. Let's not forget, for the next 5 minutes, it is still 13 on 12. Jesse Ramian in the sin bin for a professional foul. And they're not going to go down without a fight here, the Indigenous side. Trailing by 10 points.
Back up, back up.
Ruben Cotter goes to Nico Hines. Kicking from right on the 40. Was he inside the 40? Doesn't matter anyway. Here they go out after it. And that is a 40-20.
Thank you. Outside.
Jordan Rapiner was really shallow. He was outside.
They're saying outside. He must have just gone on the line or just over it.
Middle.
Oh, big toe was over. No ball.
So close.
Thanks, Ash.
It is rugby league's equivalent of a wicket off a no ball.
Play the ball.
Great kick from Nico Hines. Patrick Herbert now. He's tackled by Mitchell. I know it's been short burst, but Joey, you've been impressed by what you've seen from Shaq Mitchell?
Yeah, I have. I was interested to see how he was going to go tonight. Really great story. So hopefully he continues on his way and the body holds up. As you can see the skill, it's there.
Across the ground they go. Here's some fancy footwork from Harper.
It's good play. Just passing the ball, moving the defence around. Low risk play.
Nicarima puts in a kick. It was a tricky bounce, but it's been well handled here by Selwyn Cobbo.
Wow.
He's got some skill.
Wow.
A dangerous player.
Aaron, together! Judge.
There's still time for the Indigenous side. Early stages of the final quarter as Mitchell now thought about an offload. He hung on to the ball as he was surrounded by defenders. One of those was Fisher Harris. Now Albert Kelly goes to Nico Hines. Long pass. The Fox has got it. He gets it out wide. It's Brent Naden down the field. Naden, can he stay in the field of play? Throws it inside. And he threw it forward. Did he know? 6 more. 6 more. Nico Hines has got it, but he's going to go into touch. They'll play the knock-on from the Māori All Stars. So the Indigenous side will still be on the attack, Billy.
Well, it was a great play on the left-hand side. And Josh Adokar found himself in a bit of space, but he didn't overplay his hand. Gets the ball to Brent Naden, who takes on the fullback Rapana and gets around him. An offload back on the inside, and Jazz Tavanga sticks his hand out. Another set for the Indigenous team.
He's there again, Jazz Tavanga.
He has been everywhere. They take the tap from the centre of the ground. Fuimaono. He'll play it back to Cotter. Now it's with Albert Kelly. Good, solid defence. Patrick Herbert coming in and goes bang.
He's made some plays tonight, Patrick Herbert. He comes up, puts pressure on Braden Trindle this time. It was the contact that jolted the ball free.
So they're going to pack a scrum here. They're asking plenty of questions, the Indigenous team. And we are back to 13 on 13, or we will be in just a moment.
Stand up, guys. We need to bind better. We need a half.
Need someone to come over and be halfback.
Come on, guys.
That's going to be Selwyn Cobbo's job.
Britton, come on, mate.
We are still 12 on 13.
Stand now!
Rapana playing it to Aaron Clark. Clark goes to his Titans teammate in Kevin Proctor. And Proctor's tackled. David Fafita, one of the defenders there, so it's Titan on Titan. Mitchell and Fafita in there with that tackle on Whittamoo Greg. Mitchell again trying to put a big hit on. Now Nicarima looked out the back, but eventually went short. It was well read by the Indigenous team defence. Kick into open spaces. Sloan. Good skill there in the bouncing ball and the wet conditions. Adokar.
Talked that Josh Adokar could play fullback for the Bulldogs, Billy?
I think he's best suited on the wing. He's mastered that position both defensively and with the football. So I'm not sure what they're thinking. They've got Matt Duffy at the Bulldogs.
6 more, flop.
Set restart here. Nico Hines has it. He throws it inside. Here's Jesse Ramian.
He was let down there, Jesse Raymond, from his outside man. He was skipping across field. One of his outside guys to punch a hole.
13.5 minutes remaining. 10 points the margin still. Nico Hines, he's elusive. Ruben Cotter, rather on that occasion. He's been good, the Cowboys player. Here's Hines with a kick. Coming out after it is Sloan. He's quick. Can he get there? He does. Terrell Sloan, what a try. Great kick. And speed got him there, Billy.
Well, he didn't even run onto this ball. He was standing still when Hines kicked the football, and it was just pure speed. Just watch how he accelerates to get the ball first. Tyrell Sloan. He scored 6 tries in 5 NRL appearances. Harvey Norman replay, just standing still as Hines kicks the ball and then just gets inside Isan Masters and places the ball down. Wow.
Watch when he changes direction, Harvey Norman replay, and he actually gains speed. The ball goes over the top and he'll cut back to the inside of the chaser. And with the balance we spoke about earlier, look at the speed of it.
Well, it's effortless. The way he puts this ball down, we saw him collect the ball at the other end. Effortless. Down to you, JT.
Yeah, I'm at the try scorer here, Tyrell Sloan. Did you put your hand up for that one?
Yeah, but something we didn't talk about in the week. Just the early kick in behind. We know that the opponent at the back is pretty slow out the back there, so it's just a kick that we did and yeah, paid off.
No worries, all the best for the rest of the game, brother.
Thanks, bunch.
Oh, to have speed like that.
Oh, they showed it beautifully there. Just the way he changed direction. And he's one of those rare athletes who gains speed when he changes direction. Have a look at this move. Look at that.
Some players are just comfortable with the ball on the ground. And you see Tyrell time the ball going to the ground, and at the other end on a kick return, he picked it up off his bootlaces, and it was just so natural for him.
I got a message. His hero's you, Billy.
Is he a Queenslander?
No.
Nico Hines. It's a 6-point margin, is to make it 4.
It's a big kick.
16 points to 10. Indigenous side trailing by 6. Hines moves in, kicks it, and just goes across the face. No goal.
Stay on!
Well, we've got a big finish coming up here at Combank Stadium for the NRL All Stars. Converted try the margin. The Māori team hanging on. It's the Indigenous side with the momentum at the moment. The game and the whole occasion, you've got to say, deserving of a big finish, and that's exactly what we're going to get. Cotter takes off. Ruben Cotter, he plays 2 roles at the Cowboys. He play number 9, and we've seen him a fair bit in 13 as well.
Last one!
Here's the last tackle.
Oh, Royce, go. No way, Kenny.
Ramey in the dummy half. Nico Hines puts it high. It's floating. They've all let it bounce. And Fafita's got it on the last. We see him put a kick in. A chip and chase. And now they're away. Straight through the gap. It opens up. Nico Hines is coming across.
Hammer.
They're going to get to him, and the hammer got there as well.
What a chase.
Harris Tavita set sailing for the corner. That was a great chase. But the Indigenous side still coming back in numbers. Through the hands, and they must score. Nicarima, he thought about the kick, but then he remembered it was still the first tackle. It's a set restart again here for the Māori team. Tapane. Momentum changing just like that. It's only tackle 2. Royce Hunt. Tackled by Fafita. He'll play it 3 metres away from the line. Clark, Walker, beautiful pass, Bromwich, and he's going to be stopped. Now Masters out of dummy half will be wrapped up. Here's the last tackle. I go out of dummy half again, crawling to the line, and they're going to be short.
Changeover.
Wow. There's a passage of play there when Nicarima got the ball. And he looked at grubber, and the grubber was on, and then he pulled it back. It's a piece of play where this is where he's got to learn from this sort of play. You can see he's got to back himself in those situations. Big tackle.
Let go now, June. Hold Aaron.
Well, these are tough yards here. For the Indigenous side, Ramian, he's wrapped up. Looking to spread it. And they get the ball to Adokar. Can he beat the man? He can't. He throws it back in field. There's good hands in the end from Hines. Seeing some ad-lib footy now.
Hold.
Kelly kicking for a 40-20, and it's going to be going very close. The ball took a great bounce for the Indigenous All Stars, and that is a 40-20.
Well, this could be the game changer, but that last minute of defence on their try line, the Indigenous All Stars, they rallied together, and this 40-20 by Albert Kelly might be the game changer.
What a big play, but what a smart play. You could see him even before he got the ball, he was thinking 40-20. Play of the night, that one.
And here's Fafita shrugging away from defenders. And he'll be tackled 10 metres away from the line. Just over 7 minutes remaining. Cotter goes to Kelly. And here's Mitchell.
There they go.
Cotter now to dummy half. They stack the short side though. Go to the open. Albert Kelly threw a dummy, almost went straight through and lost the ball.
Jordan.
Tackle complete.
The ball came free.
They were all lined up to the left-hand side, and Albert Kelly saw a little bit of space.
Yeah, they come right out the back. We're going. You got the ball.
What a game.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, it's been fantastic.
Dylan!
It's hard to believe, Billy, when you're watching a game like this, that these guys haven't played in the best part of 5 months.
Yeah.
Well, the game's got that quick, that with 10, 15, 20 minutes to go in games, you haven't got positions. You just throw your best players out there. And you talk about players who can play backyard footy. Albert Kelly's one. Just throw him out there. You put him anywhere. I think you're right, Billy. I think next couple of years, I think locks his position.
Well, he's a player that you could put on the bench with all the head injury assessments these days. He can play anywhere in the back line. You can put him in the middle of the field and be comfortable that he's going to handle that position defensively. And he's dangerous with the ball in hand.
Let go now!
They're outside their 20 now, the Māori All Stars. Last play, 15 short of the halfway line. And the kick will come from inside the 40, but it's straight down the middle of the ground. Takes a bounce back towards, big hit, and it's play on here.
Patrick Herbert.
He got in there again, Patrick Herbert. What about the bounce? Now Walker. Saw half an opening, it closed on him. Rapping at a dummy half. Nicarima. He gets a pass away to Proctor. Now back towards the centre of the ground they go through Fisher Harris. The try will go pretty close to sealing it here for the Māori All Stars. Out wide it goes, and keeping the ball alive. It's with Remus Smith. He'll go into touch. He was pushed into touch. It'll be a penalty. And that was very late in the tackle count. Importantly too, it'll take time off the clock. Harper did well to get it away. And here's the late push into touch.
Second effort by Tanua Brown. 4.5 minutes to go. They need to hold on here, the Indigenous All Stars, to give themselves a chance to win the game.
On his foot, let's go.
So here they go. The Māori All Stars, 11 metres away from the line. Big defensive set needed now for the Indigenous side. Here's Tapane. He helped himself to a try earlier on. Clark goes flat to Bromwich, and the ball came free.
Bring it out.
So that is what the Indigenous side needed. They're going to get the ball back with just under 4 remaining.
There we go. There's been some passion, hasn't there, tonight?
Boys, let's not let a shot clock run out.
Yeah, people probably look at this game and think it's an exhibition game, but you can see how much it means to the players. They have put everything on the line. I think the Indigenous boys have got to go to their young players.
Guys,
Cobbo.
Guys!
I think he's a player, Sloan. They can get him in open space.
Tabio Fido. They've got to use the football. Their strength is to use the football and play to the edges with their speed.
Come on, guys. Andrew, get them sorted. Let's go.
So the scrum will be fed 90 metres away from where the Indigenous All Stars need to be. They've got
all day, guys.
Just
Can
under
we line up and bind down. Let's go.
4 minutes remaining.
Brendan, tight. Kevin, thank you. Time on. Hold the weight. Break.
Trailing by 6, and they've got the ball in hands. What can the Indigenous side conjure up here? But the Māori defence has been terrific all night. Led by their lock forward in Jazz Tavanga. They're 15 short of halfway through the set. Start looking for their speed men. 2 tackles left. 2 short of the halfway. They'll get another chance, you would think. Fuimaono to Kelly. That's a good tackle on Kelly.
Last one, Kevin!
Bromwich has hurt himself too.
Yeah, well done, a shoulder there, Billy. We'll keep an eye on him. Kick there from Nico Hines. It's well taken at the back. He's up on his feet in back play. Bromwich.
Wait, Hammerstone, wait!
So 2.5 minutes left. You'd think the Indigenous side will get one more set. Remus Smith playing it. Morgan Harper. 10 short of halfway. And, lost the ball.
Wow.
This is what the Indigenous team needed. A set starting inside the Māori territory. And a big finish here.
Hey. Get your head in. Time off, sir. Hey!
Stops with just under 2 minutes remaining, and again Two sets of forwards
you've got an
coming together.
opportunity with the ball. Shot clock. Shot clock.
Well, we got 2 minutes.
Shot clock off. In you go.
Great field
In you
position
go.
here
Chanel in.
for the Indigenous Australians. We've got Hines on the right-hand side. And Kennedy floating around. He's coming to the right too.
Nico Hines will take the tackle of Bromwich and Walker. If the Indigenous side do score a converted try, it will be a draw. They're 30 metres away. There's an offload. Keeping it alive is Sloan. We know how quick he is. He scored the Indigenous team's last try. Showed plenty of pace there. 90 seconds remaining. Albert Kelly to Nico Hines. Thought about a pass, but he hung on to it. Tapane, one of the defenders there for the Māori All Stars. 15 away. Fafita, here they come. Good defence again, though, on David Fafita. It was Andrew to David. 9 away from the line. Fua Mayono goes to Hines, puts in a kick. It's ricocheted everywhere, 6 more. They're keeping it alive here. Long pass. Fafita tries to brush away from Herbert, but his Titans teammate makes the tackle.
Big tackle again from Herbert. One-on-one with Fafita.
Trindle goes to Andrew Fafita. He spins away from one. Gets an offload away. They're keeping it alive. 30 seconds remaining.
Got to go left.
Fafita, quick hands away. And they're going to be wrapped up. Ramey and Odd comes out the back. It's still play on, is it? It is. They lost momentum. 18 seconds left. Trindle. Kelly. Out wide they go. It's with Naden. Puts in a kick for the Fox. They're going to bat it dead. Josh Adokar nearly got there. It's batted dead and the Māori team will win. What a big finish. Siren sounds.
Wait.
What a game.
I think we have a captain's challenge.
We've got a captain's
We
challenge.
do.
Of course we do.
We've got a captain's challenge, Ash. From the Indigenous team. On-field ruling, dead off the Maori team.
That's a captain's challenge.
Involving the captain, which is the Fox. So kick
Ball is kicked. Josh Adokar's onside.
Another shoulder to shoulder.
And you can do that.
You can do that.
Both players are shoulder to shoulder for an outstretched ball, and the ball is then knocked out by Remus Smith. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Fine, guys.
What a finish.
Oh, what a great night of footy.
Brilliant. If that sets the scene for 2022, we are in for a great year. The Māori All Stars defeating the Indigenous All Stars by 16 points to 10.
Presentation. What an incredible first game back. A fantastic match between the Indigenous All Stars and the Māori All Stars. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our official party, Andrew Abdo, NRL CEO, Katrina Fanning, the Australian Rugby League Indigenous Chair, Scott Beatson and Preston Campbell. Well, it is now time to announce the Preston Campbell Player of the Match, who will receive the medal from Preston. The winner from the Māori All Stars is Joseph Tapane.
Hello. First of all, I want to thank Harvey Norman for bringing our beautiful cultures together. This time of year is always a pleasure for me. Represent my culture, my family. Get out there with the boys and go hard. Thanks to our boys. Camp's been unreal this week. I learned a lot about our culture, especially being over here in Aussie for about 10 years. So I cherish that. And thanks to the Indigenous boys as well. Solid game. Just got through it. So yeah, thank you.
Huge congratulations and an excellent game. Now, unfortunately for the Indigenous All Stars, they couldn't quite get over the line tonight, but they were valiant in defeat. To say a few words, please welcome to the stage their captain, Josh Addo-Carr.
Hey guys, I just want to thank Harvey Norman and all the sponsors. Without you guys, this event wouldn't happen. And I'd like to thank the Māori boys. Congratulations on the win. You guys played an awesome game. And to my boys, thanks for the week. I love yous all. Our culture is getting stronger and stronger every year. So keep your heads high, boys. And to all the fans out there, thank you. We love yous all. Without you guys too, this wouldn't be possible. Can I call up Cody and Joseph to come and receive this gift exchange, please? Yeah, 100%. Thanks, guys, once again.
Thank you, Josh. I'll hand over now to the captains to say a few words.
Yeah, first of all, just want to thank Harvey Norman for putting on this occasion. It's such a special occasion for both cultures. We love representing our culture, and yeah, thank you, Harvey Norman. To the Indigenous boys, Josh and your crew, such an awesome game. He's always turned up. Obviously went down to the wire again, and you know, mad respect to you guys. To my brothers, awesome work. To our staff. All the players, everyone behind the scenes. Can't thank you enough for the week. Awesome week. And yeah, so proud of the boys' effort tonight. Anyone else? Touch on too? All right. And lastly, just want to thank our fans who turned up tonight in these conditions. For both Indigenous and the Māori cultures. Mad respect to you all. And lastly, hopefully we can take this game back home to New Zealand next year. That'll be awesome. I know people back home will love that, so we'll see. Up to Abdo to make the decision, so yeah, thank you.
It's now time for Joseph Tapane and Cody Nikarima to collect the trophy.
So well done to the Indigenous All Stars, the Māori All Stars out there tonight. What a show they put on. Stay with us though, in just a moment, how a few of those incidents out there tonight could impact your team's start to the NRL season right here on 9. More on that in just a moment.